Hello and welcome back to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. On the day after the Champions League final, Paris Saint-Germain got their hands on big ears, on the big trophy for the first time in the club's history. But was it a boring game? Yeah, I get it. 5-0. Great football. Honestly, Paris played Inter off the field, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I was sat there watching the game, and this is probably doing Paris a disservice, but hear me out, stick with me. I was sat there watching, I was thinking, I'm bored. It was that one-sided. I was looking forward to the game all day thinking, right, look, I'm going to get all my stuff done, I'm going to park my ass, I'm going to sit down, and I'm really... Because I didn't have a dog in the fight, there was no English club in there, my team wasn't playing, I didn't really care who won, so I was like, right, yeah, I'm in. I'm locked in for this game. And literally from the first whistle to the last, it was just embarrassing for Inter. It was that embarrassing, in fact, the referee didn't even play a single second of injury time. There was loads of subs in the game, you know, there was no VAR things or anything like that. There was a few, obviously, stoppages for injuries, fouls, whatever. Didn't play a single second. Basically, the ref put Inter Milan out of their misery. He saved them the embarrassment of playing a potential another 3, 4, 5 minutes because it was that bad. Honestly, Paris, great. Some of their players are quality, and they are going to be, you know, quality, potential. There's a lot of potential world-class talent in that team. But Inter were just awful. Everything that you can think of in terms of an Italian side, steel, grit, you know, hard to beat, tough at the back, none of it. They had nothing up front. They had a soft centre. Honestly, their midfield got ran ragged by Paris. And I mean ragged. And the defence, all my days, like, look, I play football at a shit standard, without a shadow of a doubt. However, some of the defending from Inter Milan yesterday was appalling. Honestly, you think of, and I know they play wing back, so you can say they play a back five, but one of the first things that you think of in terms of professional football as a defensive unit, you're in a line. You're in a line, you're all aligned together. You probably have one commander that is literally chaperoning you up and drop, and you move as a unit. They were all over the place. The first goal, I think it's DiMarco, is about 5-6 yards deeper than the rest of his defence. Where the fuck's he going? Honestly, it was crazy. And there was a similar situation as well in the second half where they did exactly the same thing. And look, again, not taking anything away from Paris, but Inter gave up. They gave up in the second half. I think it maybe got 3 or 4-0 down. And it was pathetic. Honestly, it was pathetic. And this is coming from a guy whose team have been 3-0 down in a Champions League final at half-time and come back. So it can be done. You know, hard work, you can get there. And we, you know, listen, I'm not going to harp on about Liverpool in Istanbul, but I dare say the team that Liverpool turned over was better than that Paris team, you know. Back to front, Yapstam, Nesta, Maldini, Cafu, Dida in goal, Gattuso, Kaká, Crespo, Shevchenko. Literally, that team was filled with world-class talent back to front. This PSG team is quality, is absolutely quality. Let that be said. But it's not world-class yet. And honestly, Inter Milan, it was a shambles. They were pathetic. They had nothing. They got run ragged. And fair play to PSG. You know, the first time they've won it. And they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, I reckon, for the good few years. And for anyone who watched it on TNT Sport, oh my God, Rio Ferdinand in commentary. Fuck me, man. Someone get that guy a tissue. Honestly, he was cooing over some of the fucking play, like embarrassingly cooing, like, oh, the rest of the teams in Europe better be on notice for the next decade. Like, mate, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, they're a good team, but some of them will move on. Some of them will get injuries. Some of them will dip in and out of form. Like, honestly, I'm glad he's fucked off. I'm glad Rio has fucked off TNT because he was starting to do my head in. But I want to touch on some of the other finals now as well, some of the European finals. And they've all gone pretty similar, really. Very one-sided. A little bit embarrassing, if you like. Let's go back to the other day. Chelsea. They absolutely mauled Betis. Betis had a good probably 25, 30 minutes in the first half where they scored. Probably could have maybe got another chance, maybe. But after that, Chelsea turned it on. Cole Palmer turned it on. He was just like, fuck this. Look, what are we doing? This is Real Betis. We're Chelsea. We're better than these. Cole Palmer was like, nah, I'm not having this. Not on my watch. Turned it on. Bang. Chelsea smashed them. A little bit embarrassing. Think about the Man United-Tottenham game. That game was awful. That was one of the worst games of football that I have ever seen, and that is not me banging on and trying to take the piss out of Man U or Tottenham. I think any decent Man United, or any honest, should I say, Man United or Spurs fans will say that was a terrible game of football. Listen, Spurs won't give a shit. They're running around Tottenham now with the trophy. They're in the Champions League next season. But it was a terrible game. And I hope this isn't a sign of things to come in terms of, like, you know, we look forward to these finals as football fans, as a football purist. You know, I love football. I love to watch football all the time. There's nothing better than sitting down on a Saturday or Sunday and watching a decent game of footy, and especially a major European final. And as I say, all three of them really were they just petered out, didn't they? Like, I mean, listen, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But to me, the standard of some of the finals, and again, not taking anything away from the winners of those trophies, but the standards of the finals from some of the teams was really poor. Yeah, and I just thought it was a shame, really. But look, congratulations to all the winners. Fair play. It's another trophy in the cabinet. It's the first European Cup for PSG, so fair play to those. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button right now if you're not subscribed to the channel already. And I'll catch you later.